Welcome to Bisaraha. If this person's life was a movie, I am definitely going to that cinema. It has everything, all the turns, the challenges, you know, the hard work, the sweat, and it's just phenomenal. I mean, he spent 40 years in the United Arab Emirates turning the fabric, turning the infrastructure around and making hundreds, thousands of people's life much better. I'm very honored to meet Dr. Shetty. Assalamu alaikum.
Naila.
Lovely meeting you.
Welcome.
What an honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you know, people hear a lot of things about you, and I want to also clear some rumors,
Yeah.
which I've always been hearing. You know, when you first came here in 1973, if I'm not mistaken, you had debts. Not just that you came with the 38 dirhams in your pocket, but you actually came in with a debt. So how do you go from someone with a debt to a multi-billion-dollar empire?
Naila, the best thing is how I got the debt. We are back home, landlords, agriculture family. Now what happened in the agriculture? We are doing very well. In the meantime, my father was the municipal councillor doing social service. So there was a municipality under Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government, and we contested for that with the new municipal corporation, young people, so that we can have better municipality. So we did very good service. And in that, one of the best thing what we did was you know, in India, there's a carry system. Women's feces, people had carriage and take it, and truck will take it out. No septic toilet. We just talked about the toilet. And there was no toilet at all. So first thing, we abolished that system, and we made septic tank, septic toilet everywhere.
So is that where your love for serving the community came from?
That's right. I'll tell you a little bit more. So with that service of underground septic toilet requires underground drainage, then requires water supply. So we did all these things. When we did all these things, I had a good business. I spent my money. So one voter means a big obligation. Somebody put one vote for you, it's a big obligation. His children education, wife's health, mother's health, house construction, all this come to us. One vote obligation. So we never cared for money. Young age I was only 26 years, 24, 25. And then we just finished everything. I had to have my sister married. Also, I had family commitment. So what I did, I borrowed money from the syndicate bank, and with that money, I met the commitment. And it was very hard to repay the loan.
Because you were helping family at that
helping
time.
families. And second term election came. In that again, I won the highest votes. But still, I became Udupi Municipal Vice President, where my father was the councillor.
So basically, even though you got the highest votes, you still had the challenge of supporting a family, supporting a community, which created debt on you. Then your story started at the UAE.
Yeah. Then you see what happened. We were not corrupt, clean heart. Just to give you one example, as a vice president, somebody came asking, I want a house in this road, Masjid Road or Church Road, something.
Yes.
I said, okay. Yesterday he came and said, take it. And you go to him, he'll give. Can you believe, Naila? He came, he was very happy, he got the house. Following day, I was credit petrol, I was putting in the petrol bunk. He comes and gives me, he says, 20,000 rupees bundle, for he's happy that he got it. I got insulted, I threw it on his face. How dare you give me money? When he didn't have money also. So that is where I'm telling you our integrity to the highest. And as on today, it's a real estate business.
So this is how
the
ethics started, and you brought that to NMC.
I came to repay my loan with a searching job here.
I see.
I'm a pharmacist. I couldn't get job because it was only Arabic knowing should be there. Otherwise, there'd be problem. So I said, okay, in that case, I'll do that. And I couldn't go back. So I just requested one pharmacy. They had stock in the pharmacy. Okay. I said, can I take it out and sell?
So you just basically took the pharmacy's things and you started selling them. You know, I noticed something, doctor.
Yes.
You came in 1973.
Yes.
You know what that means?
Yes.
That was just the year Before, after the United Arab
United Arab
Emirates
Emirates,
became
yeah.
united.
United.
So the timing was so
Right
crucial,
timing.
incredible.
Right time.
I mean, had you been in any other country at that time, would you have achieved
It
this
was
height
all
of success?
God's written that I should come here
At perfect
and to have
timing.
my success. This is what He did.
So that's
And
one of the formulas
one
of
of the
success.
formula of success.
Okay.
It's the right time. It's God guided us to come here, and it was very, very nice gesture on even the royal family here. They were so happy. And when I cleared my loan, after selling everything, first thing I wanted to make a private hospital, private clinic, and my wife was there.
Your
So my
first employee was your
my wife.
and it was the first private
Private
medical center amongst all the government.
amount all the government, and their government was high, but ours is the first one. It's kitchen converted laboratory.
So,
That type
doctor,
of
you
thing.
came and you created a shock in
Yeah.
the system.
It
huh?
is not shock. I
good one.
complimented,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And everybody's happy because one has to have the dareness to open
Yes, so
and charge.
yes.
When everything was free by His benevolence.
So basically,
expertise.
you're pioneering,
They say I'm
at that
pioneering,
time.
yeah, I did.
So all these incredible awards that you've attained throughout the over 4 decades here, what is the one that's very close to your heart?
No, you can say Abu Dhabi, Wasam.
Wissam Abu Dhabi.
This is
which I can
Wasam
read.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
This is the highest civil award here in India, sorry, in UAE. Like India, we can say, I don't want to compare, but so many
Yes.
good awards.
But you're the only Asian receiving
Asian,
that
I'm
here.
the only Asian.
Yes.
It was only 2005, only we 3 people got it. One is myself as Asian, and an American, one gynecologist conducted delivery of Crown Prince, sake of Her Highness, and also other one is the Commander Williams, who trained the army from the day one. So that's why it's a great award. And having received it, I have to every day. If I don't wear, Highness asks, why you don't wear it?
So it's on you all the time.
All the time I wear it because it gives me a lot of confidence.
Yes, and it
Myself.
reminds you of
Reminds
all
me
everything
of my
that-
commitment
yes,
here.
yes.
And it's a big responsibility. Getting award is not simple. It's an award is only for the sake of your giving back to society. Do more and more.
What would you tell someone like me who's starting something, like an entrepreneur? What advice can you give us?
Don't start anything to make money. Do something with your passion. You are the best master for yourself. Don't say that he told me to start this. No. You start yourself and don't take anybody's guidance. You do yourself. Learn by mistakes and you are the best master for yourself. And money will follow. When you start everything, money will follow you. Quality, affordability, and ethics.
And ethics, I believe your mom had a big role in that, right?
Because she was my teacher, mentor, everything right from beginning.
In our culture here in the UAE, we say mothers are the first school. So if that school's foundation is strong, then you're blessed forever.
Mothers giving blessings, moral, and also we have in India, we have one Guru Deva Bhava, Matru Pitru Deva Bhava, and Ati Deva Bhava. Guests are next to God, parents are next to God, and also teachers next to God. This is the thinking. And this type of thing is also inculcated to the children. That's why our children are brilliant. Even in America, you see some 14-year, 16-year-old boy become a doctor. So that's because of Indian, whatever the culture they imbibe.
Yes,
from
that's
parents.
embedded in that
Embedded
generation.
in it,
I'm very
yes.
curious to see the hospital.
Please, we'll go to the hospital. There I can tell you many more things.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
come. Let's-
So from all the pictures here, this photo gallery, they're quite amazing, really old photos. Which one's your favorite?
Of course, Our Highness, peace be upon his soul, because of his benevolence, we are all here.
Yes, Sheikh Zayed
Look at
was a
this.
visionary.
Look at this photo. See Sheikh Mohammed there, Highness. I still remember the same uniform. He was sitting like this with Sheikh Zayed.
Do you have a memory with Sheikh
Of
Zayed?
course. I had a good chance to sit with him, and he has thanked me for all the contribution which I made for the country in the health sector. Because you will be surprised to know he visited our factory, and the Musafa factory.
When it first opened, do you
First
remember?
not open during the construction time.
How many decades ago, maybe?
Oh, 2003,
2003.
18 years ago now.
I heard that you had a bit of like a movie, like a hero story. You had a patient here who needed a bypass, and it was a very critical situation. And you did something, I would say quite human and quite daring at that time.
It was human. It was the beginning of the stage. He was a patient of my wife, and at that time we didn't have even an ambulance.
You didn't have an
We
ambulance?
didn't have an ambulance. So what I did, we took the ECG. Our concept is to treat the patient first, to take the ECG without asking the money. When you know the ECG is wrong, something wrong, then immediately we have to shift. We didn't have the facilities. So then there were no facilities. He's a Pathan, Pakistani. And it was surprised, he has to be survived. So what I did, I put him in the car, put him on my shoulder, I took him in the car.
Wait. So you're saying you carried the patient on
Carried
your
the patient
shoulder?
on my shoulder.
And
I
then
was
just
supposed-
rushed him.
I was supposed to little brother at that time.
I'm sure you're fine now.
Yes.
You're
So
a strong
we
man.
went there, took the patient.
And
the whole community started coming since then. They are so indebted.
Did the man survive?
Wow, they're all very happy. See, after all, whichever the country, whichever the races he belonged to, he's a human being. So we touch the heart of that man. We are coming. So in that way, there's no, and so many local diabetes patients, unconscious they come. Unconscious. First we give them some sugar, so it's unconscious because of the diabetes, hypoglycemia. So, and also...
Did anything change after that incident, that emergency incident where you saved the man's life? Did you change anything in the system of NMC?
Of course, we started the emergency and the pediatric. These are the two departments always best.
So that triggered the
Triggered the whole
emergency.
thing, emergency
So that
and
one
also-
Pakistani
Yes,
man triggered the
yes,
emergency
yes,
ward.
yes,
That's an incredible story, actually. So I was just taking you back in the old times when you started your first NMC, and there was absolutely no infrastructure. I mean, we had government hospital and stuff, but starting your first private venture, I'm sure you had challenges. Did you have to import material? Did you have to import talent and doctors and other things?
Forget about the importing machine talents. There's no infrastructure.
At all?
I don't know. Nobody want to convert the flat to a clinic, because then if we fail in the clinic, what will happen?
So how did you create something out of nothing?
That's why I'm thankful to Mr. Khalifa Suwedi, who kindly accommodated me. He gave me the complete flat, the building, at a throwaway price. With that price, we could make the clinic very nicely.
So they supported you with...
Supported me with all the facilities, buildings, and I could demolish certain walls and make the partition, make clinics and all this. It was not allowed otherwise.
So you mean you got a special permit for that?
Yes, special permit.
To actually...
Yeah, to build it.
To build it.
To build it.
And what did you give? So after you built it and everything, what did you give that was different than what existed back then? Did you open a new, for example, facility or a department that didn't exist where people had to maybe travel for treatment?
Yes, you know, we are the first one to have the CT scan in this country.
Okay.
Latest CT Max. It was very expensive at that time. We put it. And we are the first one to put other things, you know, all high equipments.
Okay.
One by one, one by one. One of the things always people will say, how we put the name as New Medical Center? It would be very easy. Every time, how we
You're
qualify
constantly
it.
new.
Constantly we knew.
Yeah.
Every time we upgrade the skill.
Right.
We are the first one to start the maternity women hospital in Abu Dhabi, Pride Point Women Hospital.
So beside pioneering, you're always trying to always be the first and offering new services. So in a market that's constantly changing,
Yes.
like now after 4 decades, how do you still compete?
We still compete. We have bring the latest technology. Now to tell you, frankly, children, I told you the very same thing. Now I'm bringing Cincinnati Hospital from America. Cincinnati Hospital. They will be having the collaboration here, start with. Then we'll have a separate hospital for them. A pediatric hospital, emergency, trauma center, cardiac center. You know, we have the best neuro doctors on laparoscopic thing for children, qualified from Canada, for Indian, of course, Indian. He's doing very good job. Dr. Gopal Krishnan is a very good one.
When did you first? So after doing your, you put your mark here in the UAE. What was the first country after the UAE that you took your first leap outside?
We first went to Abu Dhabi,
Yes.
then Dubai,
Yes.
Sharjah, Kul Emirat.
Yes.
After that, we went to Egypt.
So the next one was Egypt. That's a big market there.
Egypt, big
Yes,
market.
yes.
There's a bankrupt hospital. Bankrupt hospital. Abu Dhabi Bank has bought one hospital there, and the bank they bought one bank. This is NPA, non-performance account. So they called me to find out whether it's possible to revive it. I told them to revive it, and the chairman then he sold the central AC unit also. So they asked me, Shetty, would you like to take over? I said, I don't have money. Who asked you money? Question is, who asked you money? I'll give you 40% share, and how much money more you want, I'll give you.
Wow.
This is the banker's reply.
That doesn't happen overnight. It
No.
happens over reputation.
Reputation,
So when
yes,
you
exactly.
have that type of
You
reputation,
will be-
people trust you.
Exactly. And secondly, having bought it, I bought maybe 12 years back. It was the only purpose-built hospital in Alexandria, Egypt. And it is a public limited company. In that public limited company, and they went there, he's an Indian. He came to buy. Everybody question mark like this. I said, don't put your eyebrow up. I have not come here to loot your money, milk your money. I came here to share my experience because of Arab brethren. So that's why. Then they were very happy. They asked 10% discount, can you give to Palestinians? Madam, not 10% discount, even free we'll be happy to give you. Can't afford. This is my concept. Pain is same for everybody. We'll do.
You
And
seem to be very passionate about giving and also like contributing to
Then only
community.
we can- then
What's
only-
maybe the most, in your opinion, the most achievement you've done in terms of giving back to society?
I have done many ways. I have done many ways. See, and secondly, particularly this giving back to the people, health, education. See, think of doctors.
The greatest gift.
Greatest gift. Ah, best.
Everything is shining in this
Shining,
hospital. How this NMC is very new, this branch, right?
It is now. Just 1 year.
Just 1 year old. This is a lovely picture of some of the Royal Highnesses, right?
Yes.
It's amazing.
That's very nice.
You're also actually when I was driving, I saw that you're building the UAE flagpole, correct?
The country, 85 meters, the largest one. This is the second largest, 75 meters, 85 meters.
What made you do that? What?
It is just as a contribution from my side.
And who gave you the idea?
No, our own corporate governance, I've got people to do that. Anything for the improvement of the country, for the name of the country, I'm ready to do.
That's nice.
Yes.
So it will always be like a landmark for the country.
We are landmark. And my country doesn't need us, but we need country.
Doctor, when like NMC started, the royal wing didn't really exist. Was that a concept you came up with?
I really did it because the thing is, the royal family, they don't want anybody else to be in the
So for their privacy.
Privacy, and also their life, their life is like.
But did you understand and identify the need of privacy in them, or
did.
they told you, doctor, please
No,
build a
they
royal
never
place
asked
for us?
anything. They never asked. In my old hospital, there was one VIP room. Everybody wanted to be in that room. It was a small building, but that's why you have here. It's each royal suite is 9,000 square feet large. 9,000 square feet.
So you'll book me tomorrow here?
Quarter of an acre, one flat, one apartment, not apartment, suite.
And what services do you have
It
here?
has got all dining, servant girl, conference room, also its office, private room, and also a family room.
And for this,
Majlis.
but it's only for the royal family?
No, anybody
Anyone?
can hire it. Yeah, but mainly for royal family. But anybody can hire it.
Anyone can.
Anyone
just-
can hire it.
So I wanted to know also when your relationship became closer after the confidence in your medical quality.
Yes, quality.
That made you closer to the royal
Royal
family.
family.
So besides them endorsing what you're doing, they're now your patients, correct?
Now, of course, yes. See, the one thing, what is the vision of Highness was the quality healthcare in private sector, because they are spending so much money to send the patients abroad. So with this type of hospital, they will curtail their expenses. All the super specialty facilities available in this big hospital. I got 68 nationalities working in this hospital, doctors. You can imagine my satisfaction. A man, one man who came to in search of job, having such, I didn't have a proper bedroom to sleep. When I see this building, I feel so relaxed, happy. You know how nice I feel. You
It's
can
like
imagine.
a dream, you know?
Like a dream
Someone
come
who
true.
didn't have a proper bedroom now has a
Exactly.
royal wing.
Royal wing,
It's
not a royal wing, such a good facilities.
mind-blowing.
It's altogether 500-bed hospital. It's an Indian company built it last October, one of the largest. No compromise with the quality.
So after you just completely went from one empire business, which is the NMC, and then you went and did the UAE exchange. What prompted that?
See, I'll tell you. I told you in beginning, my mother wanted me to be good to 10 people around me, any business I do. So at that time, a laborer, before sending the money home, he has to wait for 7 days. Only one bank, Bank of Baroda from India, and the line was too much. And also, they do work only up to 2 o'clock. So that time I felt pain to the laborers, because it's not the money sending alone. Back home, the recipients, they're waiting for the money. Children education, house rent keeping, family living, all these things. So what I did, I talked to Central Bank Governor if I can have the remittance facilities in the exchange. That's how we made the exchange, and that is where they gave the facilities of remittance, and that's again a big story. So it was going on. Then the plague came in Surat. In Surat, then nobody was touching Indian papers in Abu Dhabi, in anywhere. So then at that time, I made, you can imagine the service mind what I had. I printed the draft here, sent to London, sent to India by courier, and free delivery to all the recipients. So that's the type of commitment I had, for the patients, for the customers to receive the money, recipient to receive the money. So this is what I'm telling you.
So basically what I'm hearing is that you just love to make people's life easier.
Easier and also comfortable.
Yes.
Touch their heart. It's very important, touch their heart. Just me becoming valuable. It's always, I believe, it's not what richness I have, how many people I make them happy. If one man I make it, they're comfortable. That's the richness I have got. That's the feeling I have got. That's the happy thing. See, this is our complete royal family here.
Wow.
Sheikh Zayed and
That's the
his
entire
children,
family?
his children, all the children. Thanks to them, because they're all governing and ruling the country very well. Abu Dhabi is one of the best place in the world, and also the best place to live in Abu Dhabi and UAE, best place.
Do you have any, like maybe stories or memories with one of the royal families?
Of course, everybody has very good memories. I got everybody's, no problem.
And I also saw when I was outside, I mean, I was a bit, because I saw your initials, right, on a plane.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about that? I'm sure you have so many stories.
No, it is all, again, the thing is, when I have it, I should enjoy it.
Yes.
See, the thing is,
So
we are now all over the world. So I have to travel. If you have our own plane, we can finish the work faster and come back. Otherwise, one place to go and
So
come back.
it's about practicality.
More practical.
I hope one day I can
Please, you're always welcome.
That will be great.
Yes.
If you were stuck on that plane for 16 hours and you had one other world leader to sit next to you, I'm just thinking, like, who would you want to be with?
No world leader will travel with me, that's for sure. He wants to be alone on his own plane. Yes. But what I want is my comfort is very important. When you do go with our own jet, you're fresh, you can finish the work, go to another station. I'm going now to America, also to collaborate our hospital with the Cincinnati Hospital, Pediatric Hospital, and so many, and also Cancer Hospital. I'm making Cancer Hospital. I had only one sister. She died of cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. So for that, her name was Vinoda. I made a hospital here known as Vinoda Cancer Hospital. Vinoda means happiness. Abu Dhabi's country's conception
My
also
apologies
is
for that.
happy
Yes.
and tolerance. So that's, I'm doing well. I'm contributing to the cancer hospital also.
I think it's quite incredible. This is the suite. It looks so beautiful. I feel I'm in a hotel. This does not look like a hospital.
No, it should be. It should be like that.
It's stunning. I mean, the cutlery is so beautiful.
That is why affordability and quality.
Yes.
It's high quality
It's
and
incredible.
affordability.
Also, I think like you've done few sectors, but one that's actually very close to my heart is education. And if I'm not mistaken, very soon you'll be inaugurating the first medical university, and that's a tribute to Sheikh Zayed himself.
Next year, 2018, is the Sheikh Zayed centenary year. They declare, this is my wish, dream, to launch this in his memory, a medical city. Complete medical education.
Wait. So it's not a university, it's a medical city.
Medical city. Medical university.
You don't
medical
do anything
university.
small, doctor.
No,
you have to go full blown.
One has to be thinking big.
Full blown.
You're in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, you should always think big.
Okay, so
See,
it's a
when you-
complete medical
complete medical
city.
city.
Wow, that's
Complete
amazing.
biomedical, pharmacology, everything. And hospital, university hospital, everything. And this one, for your information, Delecto, it's our own company.
Catering?
Royal Gourmet. Royal Gourmet.
Royal Gourmet,
Gourmet,
okay.
yes.
So everything from
we do-
education to
we do-
catering.
Also, it's for the help to the local community, local wedding, royal wedding.
I wish I met you before. Now I'm married. You cannot do my catering. It's over now. But it's
You
great.
can get to in your house also, no problem.
So delivery.
See, look at the suite, how big it is.
It's huge. It's
It's huge.
absolutely massive.
Huge.
Yeah. Do you have similar facilities like outside the UAE that of this standard, or this is the only one?
It's the only one.
So
outside
so
UAE.
very special for the UAE.
Yeah, it's only for the UAE. But who else, who can afford otherwise? It's like a royal suite, you know, royal means it's a really royal.
And like, I was reading about some challenges you had in Japan because you're trying to expand different type of businesses and ventures and acquisitions, correct? So what's your next move?
I acquired.
You did?
I acquired.
What did you acquire?
It is one Allah, natural product from Roche factory from Japan. So this is for the cancer diagnostic, for diabetes, all these products. I am getting it, diagnostic, prophylactic,
And you're providing it here.
manufacturing here and supplying to Japan. I bought the factory. It's around 38 acres of land in Tokyo, where people are living in bunkers. Roche factory.
So now you are a tycoon everywhere. Will I see you in my field? Like I will see you maybe in the Oscars one day because now you're making also a big film, right?
Big film because it's known as Mahabharat. Our Prime Minister is one of the great person in the world now, top Prime Minister in the world, top leader. And he is always proudly telling Bharat, Bharat, Bharat. So when somebody came to me, Mahabharat is the best movie, I said, why not?
So you're doing
Mahabharat?
his autobiography.
Yeah.
Well,
Every-
I hope to see your film one
Sure,
day.
sure. You are the film producer, you can do it.
Definitely.
See, this is
So-
the dining.
Oh
area.
wow, this is.
Yes.
I'm really spoiled. I feel like a princess right now. This is amazing. So this is part of your gourmet
Yes,
luxury
Royal
service,
Gourmet,
right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you wanna maybe sit here?
Yes, sir, please.
Yes. They say in our culture that leaders should always take the center seat.
But in our culture, we say Achit Devabha.
What is
Guest should sit here.
Really? No,
Yes.
now it's the other way around. The leaders should take the head of the
Okay,
table.
so I don't mind taking the
Thank
salad.
you so much.
So this is how the
This looks very
whole
yummy.
thing is.
Yeah. What's your favorite cuisine?
We have the same, our royal catering is doing all these things.
Do you like spicy food?
Spicy food.
Yeah?
Indian spice like spicy food.
So I just want to thank you so much for this great conversation.
Welcome.
I think as a young entrepreneur, I've learned a lot from you today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm going to try your food.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Please try. Please
Okay,
try.
thank you so much.